Welcome to my travel adventure series. I hope you will have as much fun watching as I did experiencing the following events. To kick things off, why don't we start at the true beginning of my adventures far from home. This video will capture a few stories, highlights, and characters of my time studying abroad in Canada. The 8 months went damn quick, but I hope this even quicker video can give you a taste for what study abroad life can be like. Roll the intro!
This is what we're dealing with, folks. Jack.
Oh, fuck.
12 hours of hitchhiking to do.
Hey, Freya, where are we going?
Some beer.
Keep an eye out for any giant barge traffic right now.
What the fuck? Jump.
Slowly sitting here losing my fucking mind.
Up Bitch Creek without a paddle.
I look like a beast right now, don't I?
The man, the mystery, the legend. Who knows what mystery will happen?
Prologue, Canada and Queen's University. On September 1st, 2017, I set sail on my journey to a new life for a year. Having been my first time living abroad, you can think of the excitement in my bones. Waving goodbye to the hills of Donegal and saying, "Hey there, buddy," to the land of Canada. Toronto, Ontario. The first stop in my transatlantic life. After a long plane ride and visa hassle, I was excited to be welcomed into a new land and culture. I was able to stay with my friend Emma and her boyfriend, who'd been living in Canada for about a year at that point. Say hi, Emma. Meet Greg, Emma's boyfriend. He likes two things: partying and Rick and Morty. Then there's Hops, a little doggo who just, happened to swing by, but he had to get the hell out when he realized what time it was. It's party time. Electric Island, an electronic dance music festival on an island in the Great Lake, Ontario. A great example of a new party culture I had not yet experienced. Let's roll. Good night, Toronto. Alright, I know. Well, anyway, one Canadian weekend done, 51 more to go. Kingston, let's have you. Queen's University, a college where weird cult cultures are prominent. A place where a street party shutdown is a regular occurrence. A city where the roofs must be climbed and conquered. An introduction week of paint parties, getting pied, having to swear an oath with the town crier, and, purple people? Damn engineers. Fortunately, the Canadian summers are nothing like the winters, and so many days were spent swimming in the lake and lazing on the roofs, which were so comfy in fact that I decided it to be a good place to slumber for the night. Alas, the winter was coming, and I experienced the coldest weather I've ever been in. It wasn't all doom and gloom though. It presented some fun opportunities for epic snow hikes. Algonquin Provincial Park. Who would have guessed I'd be working in a summer camp here 6 months on from this snowy paradise? For us international folk, constant snow and ice was a new thing. We felt as much wonder as a kid on a snow day. Kick. 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 Throw. 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 Along with throwing ice, we would also slide on it, which easily became one of my new favorite things to do. The learning curve was steep, but my friend Margot showed me the way to be as elegant as Child's Michael Michaels. Ottawa's Winterlude Festival boasted an incredible 8-kilometer canal skating experience, which was definitely a highlight. Look out! It's Mike! Some of us didn't make it the full way. Oh, they even made an ice sculpture of me. Hey Riv, what's up?
Or conversely, you can take a poop and I can go for a quick run while we wait for Dad.
Quick poo before a run. Good advice. Riv and Dan showed me how not to run over little kids on the snow. For a first-time sloper, I didn't fare all that bad. To see this lanky Bambi learn how to ski, click the link above. I guarantee there is a snow faceplant.
How are we feeling right now, guys?
Quebec City showed me the coolest thing ever. An ice fall, with an entire rainbow localized within the mist. All this ice is making me chilly. Where's the fire at? Oh man, this one's too wet. This one's nice, but it's a little too fiery.
Come on.
This one's just right. Alright. Speaking of fire, have I got something hot for you? That's Gavin, our ACA president for the year. Damn! Davin, sing that, baby! Ooh! A link to the entire concert will be floating around here somewhere. With a concert this good, you know we practiced our ass off. 2 to 3 times a week, snow, rain, hail, or shine, we'd meet to deliver some delicious melodies to each other. But when boys work hard, boys play hard.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna
Oh man, I could talk about all my Queensmen for days. Alas, the vid must go on. What's an adventure without some silly stories? Silly stories! How about the time a squirrel tried to burgle us?
There's a squirrel in the house!
He's trying to escape, but there's no window open.
There is my obsession with Rick and Morty.
It's the helium balloon.
I'm Tiny Rick, motherfucker! Yeah, wubble wubble up dub, I'm Tiny Rick! Let's get fucked up, yo! Hot damn!
David's tea. Don't be a sour pickle.
A pickle Rick, motherfucker! I'm a pickle!
Or how about my infatuation with climbing trees?
The night. I had to get a footy up for this one. So I'm feeling good. I love climbing trees, bro. Love climbing trees.
So remember when I mentioned Algonquin Park? Well, I went there with a few people, but this French guy Romain comes to mind. We stayed in a wood cabin by an almost frozen lake, and myself and Romain decided to go for a paddle. But first we had to get the ice out of the boat, and because we had an emotional attachment to a certain ex, we thought, what better way to do so? We may have put a hole in the boat. Whoops. I got one more story for you. So I've never had, but I've always wanted to have a real Christmas tree. So I go to my friend Alex, I say, I want to get a real Christmas tree this year. And I thought, you know, we go to a farm and buy one like civilized individuals. But he was like, man, let's just go to the woods. And I was like, yeah, man, let's do it. So we left at 3 a.m. and roped our friend Amanda into driving us out to the woods with our saw and rope in hand. We jumped into a nice looking field.
What you doing there, Alex?
So now the difficult part was getting it into the car. Unfortunately, it took up the entire back. And so Amanda, being 5 foot, had to go under the front seat so we could all get home.
What you really want? I wanna really wanna say, cause like, Amanda, be my lover. Like, not the mistletoe. Not the mistletoe.
So the tree continued to wither in my house until about March. And on one magnificent weekend, it got its Viking burial in Lake Ontario.
Just go for it. Oh no, not the tree. Holy so she is. Look at that. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Bro, chuck her down, man, otherwise you're gonna get whacked.
Oh, there we go.
Right now? Oh my god, that's
Fuck yeah.
So funny.
That's warm.
that felt really nice, yeah.
With a whole year of craziness, I couldn't possibly tell all the stories. I haven't even mentioned stealing and keeping a shopping trolley for nearly a year. The hill that broke 3 thumbs but formed a great friendship. Homecoming craziness, Paddy's Day shenanigans,
That lake was cool.
skinny dipping and camping below 0 degrees, and wedging a car into a bank of snow. Hey, good job, Dan. If you're ever considering studying abroad, especially if you're going to Canada, I'd be more than happy to share more experiences and tips that I found helpful with you. Just leave a comment or send me a message or, shout me out. As the year wound to a close, and as I said goodbye to all my new friends, It was time to launch the most daunting expedition I had done to date. To hitchhike across America. Next time, the adventure begins with floods, red sand, and car troubles. Until next time, Toga Bugge, Karja.